So yesterday, there was widespread internet outage. Now, if you tuned into Harlan's Media, I noticed a couple of people were saying that there was a glitch, in the live stream. And then it also came to my attention that a couple of our colleagues in independent media also lost their live stream, and a couple other people were having a difficult time logging onto the internet, trying to log onto their accounts. And I want to give a shout out to one of my viewers, Hassan. Thank you so much for being a viewer and a supporter. Again, here's the guy. Here's the main boss man who sent me this link. So here's what happened. By the way, I find it suspicious that on that same day, Thursday, is also the same day Israel launched its attack on Iran. It's almost as if they were testing a system. I mean, heaven forbid. So Cloudflare, which serves tens of millions of web requests per second, said in an update at 2:46 p.m., it is seeing a number of services suffer intermediate failures that are under investigation, though noted at 3:12 p.m., it was starting to see services recover with intermediate errors still expected. Cloudflare told Forbes in an email the issues experienced Thursday were a result of Google Cloud outage, knowing that a limited number of services at Cloudflare use Google Cloud and were impacted, and that the company expects a fix shortly. So that is fantastic. Okay. Now, again, fine, but suspicious why everything went down. Google Cloud also reported problems. Let me just be clear on this. Let me put this up here as well. Google Cloud also reported problems with many of its cloud products across the globe, saying that 3:41 p.m., its engineers identified the root cause and that customers were still encountering issues. Google did not provide an estimate recovery time in the update and confirmed in an email to Forbes it is investigating disruptions to some services. Outage reports at Amazon Web Services made the down detector reach nearly 6,000 at 2:49 p.m. Eastern time, of course, but 1,400 I think they meant to say by 1,400 by 3:53 p.m. Eastern time. Though the cloud computing program reported no recent issues on its status page. Amazon contacted Forbes saying reports that AWS is down are inaccurate and that AWS services are operating normally, but did not offer an explanation for widespread complaints. Other websites and platforms with spikes in reported issues, including Spotify, Discord, Snapchat, YouTube, Gmail, Google Meet, and Etsy. Ooh la la, Etsy, with outage reports largely decreased by 3:55 p.m. Social media platforms like X, Facebook, and Instagram appear to be largely spared by the outages, with just a few hundred outage reports cumulatively being made by down detectors. So, what is the takeaway from this? First of all, this is why I love my audience. This is why I do love my audience, because you guys and gals always inform me about what is going on, always. But also, number two, yes, even when I was working and editing the show yesterday, I was noticing some of the videos that I listen to when I clip or do the show, or either that when I'm on the road doing other kind of things, right? I just want to be clear, everyone, that we all were dealing with some internet outages. I saw people complaining that their Spotify accounts were down, that Amazon was down. And maybe if I want to put on my tinfoil hat, on yesterday's show, we did talk about Donald Trump saying, hey, something's going to happen. We'll see what happens, especially when he was talking about, embassies, U.S. embassies and personnel being evacuated and emptied out. And maybe it's completely unrelated. Maybe it truly is unrelated and nobody, and I do mean nobody, can really connect the two. But there's a war happening, or he's at the beginning stages of a war, an airstrike that would happen on Thursday evening, while many Americans are coming home from work or about to go to sleep, maybe eating a quick meal. Internet's still down. And then all of a sudden, internet comes back up and whoa, what's happening here? Is it a wag the dog kind of moment? Is something happening in which we are being distracted? Something's going on, and people have a right to know. I mean, it's not the first time a distraction like this has happened. It's not the first time the internet went down. Remember, a couple of months ago, X was suffering from a lot of hack attacks. Other social media platforms, we're dealing with that too. I mean, is it coordinated? Is it all connected together? A healthy mind will look at this and say, oh yeah, no kid, something ain't adding up. Now, I want to pull up something else here too, because again, I love my audience, especially when they drop some truth bombs here. Can you imagine us in the age of AI, Hardlands Media? It's over. Okay. So the internet was down, or is it that there were outages? I'm not saying the internet was fully down, but it was acting suspicious. And I know some of my colleagues who were trying to do their shows, or people were trying to do business, because again, I talk to a lot of people. And I see things too. And when people's stuff gets hit, I'm wondering, gee, that doesn't happen. And when I had my audience correctly say, "Hey, Kit, the show seems a little glitchy," that's why the show started late this morning, because I was wondering, okay, just to double check, making sure the internet's working good, because hey, I care about presentation and I care about how the show is done. But while I was double checking everything, I began to think, wait a minute, what if this was just a test? And so, what can it be like under the age of AI? Well, I talked about this on yesterday's show, where Joe Rogan was breaking down the whole breaking down the whole no regulation on AI. Well, gee, no regulation on AI. You say something bad about the Colossus or AM or Skynet or the Matrix, and not only will you get a knock from the political police, but hey, no one's going to know you posted anything. For all you know, a computer generated version of yourself will still be posting online just to not cause anyone to be concerned. Think about how creepy that is. We have the technology now to make lifelike human movies. I mean, it's going to get to a point to where it's going to be unrecognizable. Can you imagine? I dread to think, but I also dread to think if this was a coordinated effort to make people not question or look at other geopolitical events taking place. And all of a sudden now I'm remembered by the movie They Live. And in fact, wait a minute. Just in the movie They Live in 1988, it features a scene where character mentions that by 2025, the entire planet, including America, will be under the protection and dominion of the Power Alliance. Wow. So by 2025, we played that movie for movie night. And I also remember joining Due Dissidents talking about They Live as well. Don't worry, everyone. Go to sleep. Consume. Don't question anything. Maybe everything's fine. Let's just pretend that everything's fine. But something doesn't add up.